So I think that's a big trend to me. And like, I feel like all the tools that are being built are making that more and more possible and are making that more and more affordable. So that's one aspect. The second aspect is that because of that, I think e-commerce or just commerce in general will only get more competitive going forward, not less competitive. There will only be more brands, more options, things are getting commoditized faster. And that's why, going back to what I said earlier, having a strong community is one of the things that is highly defensible. To a certain extent, it used to be supply chain, like, you know, you have the ability to make a product, therefore you're differentiated. I think making most products is easier than you used to be. You know, like, of course, there are certain products like semiconductors or like maybe like, you know, iPhones that are still very hard to make. But most things that people are looking to make, whether it's like t-shirts or like, you know, home goods or like things like that, are fairly easy to make now. And so your community is your moat in that case. So that's the second piece. The last piece is, which I think what you're referring to is, I don't think that it's, I think we're moving towards like a hyper omni-channel and hyper connected world, which means that people will buy from everywhere. I think there's still a role for physical stores. I think there's still a role for like, you know, single purpose transactional stores like Shopify stores, but people are buying more and more on social media. People are buying, you know, through TikToks, or they're buying through like, you know, Instagram feeds. And I think it's not one or the other. I feel like a lot of people felt that, hey, it's like this channel is going to win. But the reality is people's attentions are split across all those different channels. And ultimately they're going to buy everywhere. And it does create an interesting challenge, because if you're a brand, it's very hard to be good at all of those things, right? It's hard to be good at like all the different, it's already hard to maintain like Instagram and Facebook. And like, I think a lot of people are testing like, you know, Snap, or testing like TikTok, or trying to like figure out what they can do with Pinterest. It's challenging. And so what I feel is, rather than try to do everything, understand that your consumer consumes everything, but that you need to be good at something, and then but find the alignment between where your community sits and what you do. And then, you know, there you'll hopefully find some success.